The first episode of 2026. And I'm glad I made it. I'm glad you made it. Glad everybody that has made it to this year has made it. A lot of people didn't. And that's life. Life is crazy. Enjoy every single day that you get. Because guess what? You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. We plan for vacations months in advance, not thinking, hey, some crazy shit could happen. So be grateful for what you have. I will say this year, I wasn't as emotional as other years. One thing I did was I stayed busy. I saw friends. I saw family. I hung out with loved ones. Because again, life is just a wild, wild concept. I don't understand it. You don't understand it. Nobody really does. We're just here. We're doing some shit. And then one day, poof, we're gone. I'm not trying to start the year out with this podcast on like a sad, somber, morbid note. No. I want you to go and get whatever shit you want to get done. Get it done. Which means get it fucking started now. It's time to get casually uncomfortable with your host, Chuck Jerome. Viewer discretion is advised. What is up? What is up? What I said before really holds true. So go and do whatever you got to do. Within the realm of, reasonable events. Don't get too crazy. But understand, hey, we're here to enjoy ourselves and love people and just have fun. I'm telling you, because, wow, the world is in a wild direction right now. And the thing that I'm happy about is we have cameras. Everybody has a damn camera attached to them at any given point of the day. We need to make sure we have them out. Because motherfuckers are getting crazy on the streets. And if you got to go live on whatever app you're on to save your ass and or somebody else's, fucking do it. Please. Just think, 100 years ago, that shit wasn't happening. You just got beat up and drug into the woods or wherever the fuck. That's how that was. But now we got cameras. So, be safe. That's what I'm saying. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year. This is episode 256. And we're 5 days into the new year. Happy New Year. I'm going to talk about some resolutions I have for this year. And one thing I hope you did do was read, if you did this the year before, like I had talked about, read your letter to yourself and set one up for the next year. And I'm not going to lie, I didn't get mine read and written until yesterday. It was an emotional ride. I got to look at, hey, this is what happened the year before. This is what I was hoping for. I look at the good and the bad. And guess what? No matter what, I've come so very far. And things are going to get better because I'm going to make them get better. And by this time next year, I want life to be extra amazing, Lord willing. But for right now, What I'm going to need people to do is back the fuck up. Okay? This is post-COVID. Every time that I went to a store to do anything over Christmas, there was some motherfucker standing way too close. Personal space means if I can extend my hand with my fingers out and you're in that space, back your bitch ass up. There's no reason for that. You made it through COVID. You should be a little cautious and considerate. I remember at least 3 times off the top of my head where I'm standing in line and I can't even conduct my own business because the motherfucker is right on my ass. It's 2026. I'm going to say something this year. Hey, could you take a step back, please? Like, I don't understand that. I'm trying to cash out. You know all of my business. You know all of what I'm putting in my motherfucking cart. Back up, bitch. It's wild. It is wild right now. You know what, folks? This is the year of the fist bump. I'm not trying to get sick. Everybody's been sick. Everybody's been too close. Seriously. Unless I'm going to be, getting a job or something, I'm not shaking a hand. I'm not doing that anymore. You know how many times I went to the bathroom, different places while I was out, and how many people I didn't hear a drop of water in the sink. Not one. It was unbelievable. I didn't believe it. I'm in there. I'm like, man, nobody cares. COVID was just nothing, right? Nobody fucking. During COVID, listen, if you were too close, a motherfucker would cuss you and your whole family out. Bring that back. Please. Bring it back. And then people are letting their kids snot into the air. And I'm like, oh, this is where it's coming from. Everybody at work, oh, my kid's sick. Back the fuck up. I don't have time, and I can't afford to get sick. Chuck is a very seldom sick guy. And I really believe that is due to the fact that my body runs so fucking hot. Even in the wintertime, like a furnace. People are like, damn, Chuck, you are really warm. I'm like, yeah. And I like to sleep in the heat. That's how I do it, baby. I'm that hot sleeper. The hot stepper? Well, I'm the hot sleeper. And that's the one good thing that I like about the cold weather, the coolness in that. I'll turn my heat up. But yeah, back to the seriousness, which is back the fuck up. I'm not doing that this year. People got all the craziness out over the holiday season. Cool, get it out of your system. It's new. That's where we're at. We're in the new. But seriously, the year of the fist bump. And if you think I'm being rude or disrespectful, fuck you. That's where I'm at. I don't care. I'm not here for the games. I have no plans to be dealing with anybody's doo-doo particulates this year. Thank you very much. All right, let's switch it up. I'm going to talk about some of my resolutions that I wrote down. I'm not going to talk about every single one that I have for this year, but here's a few. One is I want to be less angry, less reactive. That's me. That's always been me. Chuck's a hothead. It is what it is. I go well with people that are calm. That's why a lot of my friends, best friends, are Virgos or Cancers. You know, they're not the they're the opposite. I'm telling you. And if you look it up, they say Virgos are like the Pisces best friends. And I know a lot of Virgos. So to combat the anger, I'm going to use more sarcasm. That's going to be my thing. I'm going to be more sarcastic and less angry, cuz that works. What do you want to do? You want to fight about it? Let's go. Let's fucking go. But yeah, I'm not going to, be stressing out. I'm just going to make a fucking joke of it. So wish me luck on that one. Another thing is, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you. I'm not the fucking candy man. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. If you ask me a question, I will answer it. So if you don't want the answer, don't ask the question. Another thing I didn't do last year was have me time. I did a lot of stressing last year. This year, more me time, especially for fitness. Because I'm telling you, once you start getting older, I don't want to be one of those old people that can't do anything. Like I know old people on one end of the spectrum where they're doing everything themselves. They get up their Christmas and every holiday decoration and put it away and do all that. They have yard sales and do all kind of craziness. They keep mobile. And then I know people on the other end of that just don't care. They'll go home, they'll do nothing, they'll work a couple days a week, and their fucking bodies will struggle and hate them for not being physically active. And I don't want to be one of those people. So now is the time where I need to set the tone. I just want to be able to do things in my life and not go, oh, I could have done more, but I'm just a little fatty fat. So it's time for that change. Another thing that I've always been bad at is taking pictures. I'm going to start taking more pictures with family, with friends, and that needs to be monthly. I need to have the year-end review with pictures. You know how everything does a year-end review with your music and everything you watched on different sites and this and that. Yeah, I want to do that with pictures. I saw a lot of people do that over the holiday break, and it kind of saddened me because I'm not the picture guy, but I'm really getting better at it. One thing I do like taking a lot of pictures of is my food that I make. I'm going to get better at that. Listen, Chuck's going to be the picture guy. And I'm not going to be showing everybody, but hey, I'm going to have these memories. You got to hold on to your memories. That's all after everything's said and done, that's all you got. And that's why I pray to the good Lord that I don't lose my mind. That's it. I want to be able to remember the friends, the family who are gone. So it's going to be picture time. And the only way for that to happen is to have more friends and family time, which is going to be nice because I want to talk to these people. This year, I want to sit and talk and have great conversation with friends and family because I tell you what, I did that over the holiday break, over the Christmas break. I got to stop saying holiday. The Christmas. I don't say happy holiday. No, it's Christmas time, baby. But I sat and had conversations with friends and family, and it was great. So this year, I'm going to do better at that. And then I got two more things more related to the podcast. I want to do more interviews. I have a list of people that I want to interview, and I've never interviewed them because, honestly, no good reason. There's no good reason that I can't hook up a microphone while I go talk to someone if they want to do it and just do it. I have 2 lavalier mics. I don't have to have my crazy setup. I have 2 iPads and an iPhone. There's no fucking reason, Chuck, why you're not doing this shit every month or so. So I'm going to get better at that. But I know now, it's the end of the holiday season, the Christmas season. Yeah, no, it sounds better with holiday, because there's other holidays other than Christmas. So the holiday season's over. People are still rocking and reeling from that. And, I'm going to let them settle into the new year and get to talking. That's the move. And then I also want to get more music on here and get back to the roots of the podcast because, I've fallen away with that. I enjoyed the sketches and trying to figure all that out. And that's going to happen too. So that's part of the New Year's resolution. So those are a few things that I've thought about and wanted to just share with y'all. And just to, get out into the universe. So the universe says, I see your motives. I'll allow it. And then good things will come. So 2 days before Christmas, to start things off, Chuck has a girlfriend. Things are great. She is amazing. She puts up with my craziness. She understands that I'm a weird motherfucker. And I'm loving it. So 2 days before Christmas, I'm at her house. We fall asleep. And this is where I talk about the 2 sleeps. Went to sleep early, woke up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, something like that. And then when I fell back asleep, I got, them vivid dreams. And it was, I called it the poop fish. Ooh, I can't even talk. The poop fish dream. Because I was running through a mall. And the mall, the storefronts were all different types of bathrooms. One of my favorite colors is brown and also like green. I love that, especially in a bedroom, to relax. Those are calming colors. Chuck wants to be calm when he's laying down or, doing anything. So I'm running through this mall and I'm looking at the storefronts and Chuck has to poop. Okay? You're like, ew, everybody poops. So I'm looking and this brown, green bathroom storefront caught my eye. Like it's vivid. Now it's also weird to note that the bathroom was kind of like a bed. Like the bed was in the middle of the room, not in the middle, against the wall at the back. And then to the right was a toilet. I don't know why the setup was like that. It's a dream. So I run into this room, this storefront, and I noticed like the floor is like that brown shag carpet. But as I step on it, it's squishy. And I'm like, what in the hell is going on? And all I can see that is, camouflaged in this brown floor rug. Well, I don't know why I said floor rug, but a rug is on the floor. Were flatfish. I don't know. Take a second and Google flat fish. They're little nasty looking little fish, right? So for some reason I had to climb over the bed to get to the toilet. And Chuck had to poop, like I said. As I'm climbing over the bed to get to the toilet, the fish are climbing up the side of the bed. And I'm like, yuck, ugh. And then I'm like, fuck it, I gotta go. So I sit on the toilet, and imagine you're sitting on the toilet and jellyfish tentacles come out from the base of the bowl, right? The toilet sprouts jellyfish-like tentacles. And I remember this because I scared my girlfriend and woke her up, and it woke me up. I step on the tentacles, and I go, ah! And then I woke myself up from the dream. I don't think I've ever done that. She's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I just had a crazy dream. And we just laugh. I talk about it. I didn't really want to talk about it, but I talked about it with her. We laughed. And that's where she knew, this motherfucker's crazy. But I'm telling you, like the fish are crawling up the side of the bed. You sit down, no matter what, it's time. And then you set your feet on the floor and you're ready to roll, and then tentacles. They didn't hurt me. They scared the fuck out of me. And I'm telling you, I said, ah! Just like that. It was absolutely crazy. And it's such a vivid dream that I never wrote it in my dream log because I don't think I'll ever forget it. But now I'm talking about it, I need to go write it down again. But that shit was crazy. The poop fish dream. I'll never forget it. And now you probably won't either. And then I go back to sleep. I wake up. It's time for work. I get to work. And this same day that I have a crazy dream that morning, I get to work. And I used to work multiple positions at my job. And this one guy comes up to me and he goes, hey, so-and-so remembers you. And I said, what? He said, yeah, he remembers you. And what I'm talking about is one of my friends who I consider a good friend at my job, who is the same fucking age as me, had a stroke. Spanish guy. He knew Spanish and English. When he had the stroke, it like factory reset him. And all he knew was Spanish. This happened maybe late September, October, maybe even sooner. I'm just kind of setting that time. And this is a guy who has been at the job longer than I have, and I've been at my job for almost 15 years. And when my buddy said that he remembered me, I looked at him and I said, man, I said, why'd you do that? And then I just started crying. I had to walk away. That was probably the best gift that I could get for Christmas. Because when he said that, hey, he remembers you. He had actually come into work maybe a month before and didn't remember anybody. I think I had just left that day. That fucked me up. I was like, I was at work. And he came in and he only remembered one person. And at the time, that wasn't me. And the buddy who told me that he remembered, when he told me that, like that fucked me up. Just to know that, I'm a memorable guy. The guy that had a stroke, he would always call me Black. Hey, Black, what's up? Nobody really calls me that anymore. That was our thing. And just to know that he remembered me, After all this time, after the stroke and everything, God is good. Because I'm telling you, man, it's fucking me up now. Because they said even another guy was there. He's like, yeah, I went up to him and just shook his hand, and he didn't look like he remembered me. I'm like, wow. Life is crazy. You got to enjoy every damn second because anything can happen. This shit came out of nowhere. We're the same damn age. I'm just happy that things are getting better with him. But I tell you what, that fucked me up. Ooh, he remembers you. He said, happy holidays. Oh my goodness. But I'm glad he's getting better. I'm so glad because life is wild. Had to take a second to, collect myself. But yeah, man, God is good. Less than 1 month will be the start of year 5. Wow. I'm just glad that I'm able to do this. And I want to do more. I want to continue having fun with this. But I did say year 5 is going to be the villain arc. Don't know what that's going to entail, but it's going to be a lot of changes. Positive changes. Changes for my sanity. Changes for my friends, family, everybody in between. You got to switch it up every once in a while. And that's what this is going to be. Damn. Less than a month. Wow. Shit is crazy. February 4th. No more sugarcoating shit. That's what that's going to be. And baby, I'm ready. I am ready. And then here's a little fun fact. On December 24th, 2024, the day before Christmas, I dropped my new iPhone at work and cracked the screen. It wasn't a crazy crack, so I wasn't worried about it. But I didn't get it fixed until December 22nd, 2025. And the only reason I did it that quickly was, well, not quickly, but before the year was because I did not want my warranty to expire. So I took it and I got it fixed. And if it was out of warranty, it would have been $280 to get that damn thing fixed. Wow. And within that time, I still continued to baby my phone as not to fuck it up anymore. But $280 to get the screen fixed. And I took it to, Geek Squad over at Best Buy. Filled out all this paperwork, and I'm like, dude, don't be going through my shit. So all I'm waiting for is to see some of my pictures out on the internets at some point. You hear horror stories of, I took my phone here to get it fixed, and they took all my nudes. They took my nudies. I didn't really have a lot. I had some good pictures. Yeah, some good angles, you know what I'm saying. But hopefully they don't try and make any money off of them. Because I need to. But yeah, I was just flabbergasted. $280 to get your screen fixed. That's why people go to the mall and get the dude at the kiosk in the middle of that bitch to do it. Maybe that's what I needed to learn, how to fix phone screens. Shit. The way people just fucking chuck their phones around like it's nothing. I'd make a killing. Woo. Make that money, money, honey, money. Woo, oh, 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 oh. Look, I think I'm going to cut out of here. This was a really good episode. This was a great start to the year with a nice long episode. But my thing to you is stay fucking organized. Don't lose sight of your goals. And if you don't have any goals in sight, write some shit down and go out and do it. Just write 5 things down that you want to do this year. And I guarantee you're going to add on to that. So do it. There's no reason not to. Because like I've already said, life is wild. You don't know what's going to happen later today, tomorrow, next week. This shit ain't promised. So do what you got to do. Live your life, have fun, be who you want to be. All right? I'm out of here. That's how we're going to do that. That's how we're going to end this shit. Get your shit done. I'm wherever you podcast. You can check out episodes on YouTube. I've got stuff going on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Let your friends know. Please. Thank you. Let's have a good year. Let's do this shit right. Get organized. Get your goals started. Thank you for joining me, y'all. Be safe. Have fun. And don't be a piece of shit. Peace.